Hello, it's me, Not Manning. Today is Halloween 2009, and as promised, I've taken my mask off. And, as also promised, I will answer the questions that were asked in my video from 6 months ago. The first group of questions comes from future actress Girl 123, who is now ex anime dubber X. Number one, why do you like playing Scar? Scar is my muse. I don't really know quite how else to put it, but he's definitely one of the best animated characters that I have ever seen in terms of the technical talent and creativity, both in the artistry and in the voice acting. And as I suggested with him being a muse, he gives me a lot of inspiration. I do like to laugh as well. Second question from her is, who is your favorite Disney character besides Scar? I had to think a long time about that one because there really are quite a few. But I would say that my favorite after Scar is Lucifer the cat from Cinderella. Not just because he's an evil character, although of course that helps, but whoever created and animated that little cat did such a brilliant job capturing the way cats behave. I enjoy having cats, although I really am basically a dog person, always have been. And third and last question from Future Actress Girl, how did you come up with your username? Well, my username comes from the football player Peyton Manning, and there is actually a connection between me and Peyton Manning. Not a close one, so please don't ask me for an autograph. I can't help you. But I unfortunately can't be any more specific in what the connection is because if I were, it could give away personally identifiable information. And I really don't care to do that, of course. All right, next group of questions comes from Layla an ocean away, although in my case, she and I share a continent. Number one, was there ever a time when you were dubbing that anyone ever walked in and listened to you without your knowledge? Well, I am fortunate in having my office for a dubbing studio, and fortunately for me, the only other person who lives with me, fortunately for them perhaps, the only other person who lives with me is my dog. He's a black greyhound, rescued racer, retired, and he is one of the most mellow canines I have ever met in my life. He has often walked into the room when I was dubbing, but he thinks nothing of it. He just plops down on his little bed and goes right to sleep. Question number two from Layla. Have you ever been in a fist fight? As far as I can clearly remember, only one, which I believe was in seventh grade, possibly sixth, but I'm pretty sure it was seventh, quite some time ago anyway. Um, what had happened was a classmate of mine and I were, trading barbs on the soccer field. I think it was just a recess of some sort, and he ended up calling me out. Um, Now, I probably would not have gone through with it left to my own devices. Not that he was any bigger than I was, he really wasn't. But apparently, a lot of The kids in the school have gotten wind of this, and they had turned the boys' locker room into sort of a boxing ring, which after the PE class or whatever it was, um, I was sort of stuck. But anyway, uh, I do remember that I lost the fight. However, I also remember landing at least two or three good blows. So I'm sure I did at least respectably. Question number 3 from Layla. What is your dream car? Jaguars. Always have been. No particular model of Jaguar, but I've always loved the way they were designed. I've test driven them. Um, if I were to come into suddenly come into many millions of dollars, I would probably have a couple. Um, not sure exactly which ones, but I do like the cars quite a bit. Next question's from Alchemic Waking. Number 1, what's my favorite movie? Well, for me, I really can't pick one movie over all others. I have to divide it up by genre. If you're talking about live action drama, I would say Sophie's Choice is probably my favorite of all time. For live action comedy, I would go with My Cousin Vinny. I don't, as a rule, watch a lot of action adventure, or, surprise, surprise, I don't watch a lot of horror. Um, Funniest animated movie of all time. Let's say, I shouldn't say funniest, but favorite animated movie of all time. Excuse me. That's a difficult one. Sorry to say. I I wish I could pick. I mean, The Lion King is excellent, but I don't think it quite comes to that level of what would wow me. So yeah, that one I'm at a loss for. Funniest thing that happened to me while dubbing? Nothing particularly funny. Probably the worst, and I don't know why actors always laugh when they do this. I found myself laughing for the same reason. Whenever they get a word slightly wrong, maybe a similar word, messenger instead of manager. Peter Sellers did that once in Being There. They get they get very giddy with laughter. That's happened to me on some of my takes, and I would just burst out laughing. I'm thinking, why am I laughing? It really wasn't that funny an error, you know? So, no, I'm sorry. That's about the best I can do on that one. And last but not least, I have uh, For the Stage 913, also known as Gina X Immortal. Number 1, what villain is your favorite? Um, Not sure he's my absolute number 1 favorite, but I've drawn a lot of inspiration from Hannibal Lecter. I like what some authors have called the champagne villains, the intellectual ones, the cunning ones, the ones with the scheming plots. Number 2, which is your favorite, or which one is your favorite to dub? Wow. I would just have to say that having done all of Scar's lines, that was just a brilliant experience. I'm glad I had the chance to get it done and get it out there for you guys. And third, what's my favorite ice cream? Um, okay, I've got several, but I would say I should wind up this video soon as well. Pumpkin is excellent when it's available, which it is now, but generally isn't for most of the year, sadly. When I can't get that, apple strudel is excellent, as is pecan praline. So that takes care of all the questions. I think I don't have enough time left for a live dub, unfortunately. Maybe I'll save that for another video. Well, we'll see. Thank you all, and happy Halloween.